Welcome to this RaMa-SCENE tutorial on how to analyze and model using the RaMa-SCENE web platform. My name is Franco Donati. I'm a PhD student at London University CML at the Department of Industrial Ecology. RaMa-SCENE is a EU-funded project through the EIT raw materials, and it's a consortium of four different partners. We have Fraunhofer, TU Delft, Vito, and Leiden University. But let's get started. Let's go to RaMa-SCENE, www.ramascene.eu, and let's click on Open Tool. Once we open the tool, we have this visualization. We'll delete it since we're not really interested in this one. There is the default view, the default results that are displayed just to help you see how the platform works. So we'll delete this one. We'll make a new one. We'll stay within. We can look at the final consumption. We'll stay with tree map. We select year 2011, and region. We look at. We can look at, for instance, the Netherlands. And we select all subsectors. Let's do all sectors. Select indicators. We look at, for this one, we look at the greenhouse gas emissions total, but you also have other indicators, as you can see here. So we will just work with the greenhouse gas emissions at the moment. We click on analyze. And we have our first results here. So you can look at the greenhouse gas emissions that are occurring due to the final consumption of all these product categories. Then let's do also a geomap. The geomap, we can do country level, country aggregation. We can look at, we can click on country, the year 2011. We select all the regions, so we can look at the geographic distribution of our results. And if you're lost at any point during a tutorial, during the work that you're doing for the platform, you can always click on the pale blue dot here. This will allow you to look at what everything means, and we can guide you exactly on how to use the platform. So we can select. Let's select one specific product. Let's look at, for instance, the emissions that are occurring due to, well, let's do all manufacturing activities, and let's do domestic extraction used metal ores instead of greenhouse gas emissions. You can also select one of these specifically. So if you're interested in palladium group metals, you can look at it. Well, let's do palladium group metals then. So we click on analyze. You can see now that we have also this view here. So we can see that due to the final consumption of manufacturing, the products that are coming from manufacturing, the extraction of palladium group metals occurs with the highest intensity in China, United States, and we also have some in Brazil. Actually, no, and rest of America. So this there is a little bit of an odd result because due to the aggregation in an Exio base, but the rest of America includes Greenland, but it also includes Chile, Argentina, some countries in Central America, and of course, so the majority of the palladium group is actually of the extraction of the palladium group metals is actually coming from this area. So we have these two views. Let's visualize again our main view here. We can put the other one. We can put the same in here compared, so we don't lose the results. Don't refresh the page at any point, otherwise you will lose your session and you will have to start again. But let's model, for instance, we want to see, for instance, how it will affect the increase of sharing activities for vehicles, how it will affect the greenhouse gas emissions in this case. So let's say that we want to, as a result of this policy of sharing of vehicles, we have consumed our final consumer and originating from everywhere in all the world. So like all the cars, all the vehicles that are consumed and produced everywhere by final consumers will be affected by this policy. And we said that as a result of sharing activities, we have a reduction of 30% of sales in vehicles. We had the change, and we also say though that we also need an increase in services, for instance in rentals. So we can click on, we can use this proxy here for renting or service of machineries and equipment. Final consumption, we can say that it increases by, well, let's say also 30%. We save the settings, and now we see that we have the ability to we can model our results. Actually, let's make it a little bit smaller here so that we can see everything. We can now we can click on modeling. It will take a little bit. Now we have it. So you can see that now we have a scenario modeling results here. We have our scenario modeling parameters, and if we compare it to the original selection, for instance, we see that the sum of the greenhouse gas emission, the total sum of the greenhouse gas emissions of our previous results were amounted to 2.26, and here we have 2.25. So there has been a reduction of greenhouse gas emissions due to these changes. You can also observe the same, of course, in manufacturing. See, 9.22, 9.34 was the original. And of course, if you were to look into these additional sectors, you will see the same. Let's apply the same for our geographic for the geographic distribution of the extraction of palladium group metals, and see what the results are. We put it on the main view, and we also put it in the comparison view. So now we can see both maps here. And what we can do now is let's apply the modeling. The modeling will always apply to the main view, and you can see here that also here in domestic extraction of the palladium group metal, we had originally 1.40 and it went down to 1.33. So we had a substantial reduction of the use of palladium group metals globally. So now you can also download the results if needed, if you want to do additional analysis, and you can then open it in Excel. So that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any feedback, make sure that you get in touch with us. Feedback form on our website. If you need to report a bug or anything, or get in touch with us for any other reason, please do so. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you enjoyed this tutorial.